Welcome to She Sells Radio. If you are watching me on YouTube, I'm coming to you kind of au naturel on actually, as I record this, I'm on a Sunday while little guy sleeps. And that is how we roll. For those of you who are parents, uh, you totally get it, especially, well, I'm just guessing. I don't have older kids yet, so I don't know, but I would imagine for many of us who are parents of little ones, this is kind of how we do things, right? When in the nooks and crannies, when little ones are asleep. So that is how we are rolling today. But I'm so excited to be here with you. And I'm so excited to share. This is day 22 of the Finish Strong Challenge. So we are officially halfway through if you've been joining from the very beginning. So well done if you have. And if you're joining for the first time, welcome, welcome. This is all about helping you complete and close out this year really strong. And it's a totally free challenge. You can go to elisearcher.com/challenge, get yourself registered, and get a daily prompt from me and my team to help you complete the day, the year strong, and you get a really cool workbook, and you get entered in a bunch of cool prizes too that go along with it. And as I record this, literally my little guy just woke up. Isn't that how it goes sometimes when you go to record content? I'm going to make an effort to power through and then go get this little guy because he recently has been wanting to podcast with me. And I think that's literally what's going on. He heard me podcasting and he wants to come podcast too. But we're talking about evening routine today. And frankly, I don't think you want his evening routine right now. So we're going to talk about a different approach to evening routine. So, wow. We're just rolling with it today. Okay. So this is, like I said, all about elevating your evening routine. And this used to be the part of my day that I would struggle with the most. And I would be like super strong in the mornings, have a really rock solid morning routine. You know, we talked a couple of days ago about how to build out your next level morning routine. And so for me, I've always been pretty strong in that area, like ever since I got the importance of it. But I tell you what, if I'm being so honest, I would crash and burn at night. And this was years ago. And this was before I really got the importance of connecting with your vision throughout the day, which is what we talked about yesterday, of even like self-care and taking care of yourself. But I tell you what, because I would crash and burn at the end of the night, I would wake up and it was almost like I was constantly in this deficit where I had stayed up too late. I had eaten unhealthy late at night. I would have like a lot of screen time late at night. And so because of that, every morning when I woke up, I would feel like I was like starting not from zero, but starting from negative. So if you're there, just know, no judgment. I can totally relate to it, but it's a whole lot better when you decide that you're going to give yourself the gift of a really supportive evening routine to help you just to help you complete the day and to help you set up strong intentions for the next day. So a couple kind of pointers, and I think you've really got to do what works for you. But the thing to remember is whatever it is that you're thinking about last before you go to bed, and whatever emotional state you're in last before you go to bed, your subconscious is going to be working on that all night long. So if you're going to bed and you're watching the news right before you fall asleep, or scrolling social, or worrying about something, well, guess what? That's what your subconscious is going to be focused on all night long. And you're going to wake up. We typically wake up in the same energetic, emotional state that we went to bed in. And so that nighttime routine is a really beautiful time to kind of prep and program yourself for, how do I want to wake up the next morning? And so just a couple of pointers and tips. And today for the challenge, I want you to really think about what's one thing that you're going to shift in your evening routine starting tonight and start trying it out for yourself. Um, so a couple things. One is I would really encourage you, any sort of social scrolling. I mean, generally I would say don't scroll social at all if you can avoid it. But any sort of scrolling, definitely not before bed, like no, an hour before bed. You want to just have that shut off. Ideally, screens are shut off too an hour before bed, because otherwise it's just going to overstimulate your brain so you can't fall asleep really well. But I think the most important thing, and the thing that I found to be really powerful, is remembering that, again, whatever it is that you're thinking about right before you fall asleep, that's what your subconscious is going to go to work on for you all night long. So it's kind of like you have this amazing assistant that's there to support you in helping you achieve your goals, which is your subconscious mind. And whatever it is that you're thinking about most and emotionalizing most is what it's going to go to work creating for you in your life. It's going to give you ideas and actions and things to do that are going to lead you towards that path, because that's how it works. So, what I aim to be really intentional about doing before I go to bed is really connecting with that vision for what is it that I want to create and experience in my life right now. And this is something from Neville Goddard. If you've ever read Feeling is the Secret or any of his books, he talks about asking yourself that question right before you fall asleep of, now that my wish is fulfilled, how do I feel? And being in that emotional state, in that feeling state, which is the language of the subconscious, because we communicate with our subconscious through images and emotions. So it's really about programming yourself. Again, if you've listened to my stuff for any amount of time, you know there are two windows in the day that are easiest to program your subconscious and get in the operating system of your brain. One is first thing in the morning before the analytical mind has really switched on. And then the second time is last thing at night. Now, kudos to you and bonus points even beyond that if you want to throw in an evening meditation or visualization session, right? That's beautiful. I highly recommend that. I'll be so honest. Usually for me, at least just this phase of my life right now, like when I'm putting our toddler down for sleep and there's just all sorts of things happening for me before bedtime, usually energetically, I'm not right now doing an evening meditation before sleep. Now, would I get better and faster results if I did? I am certain that I would. So I'm just going to throw it out there. I mean, gosh, if you can throw in one of Joe Dispenza's evening meditations before you go to sleep, go get it. You're going to have multiplied results. At the very least, if you're like me and you're like, I'm trying to like crack an eyeball open at the end of the night just to get my face washed and go to sleep, fall asleep with that question of, now that my wish is fulfilled, how do I feel? Connect energetically and emotionally with the state of what it's going to be like for you to have your vision fulfilled. And then from there, your subconscious will go to work all night long working on that for you. And keep a journal by your bedside, because oftentimes if you start prompting yourself to journal on what you dreamed about at night, you'll start to remember more and more what you dreamed about. And there will oftentimes be clues or inspiration or messages for you in there to listen. It was funny. I was listening to the group Marco Polo conversation for my 50K club members this past week. And a lot of them were talking about, like, since they had joined the program, starting to dream more vividly and feeling like they were getting more messages in their dreams. And it's true. Like when you open and alert to what is the next level for me, what does that look like? You'll get communication in all sorts of ways. And sometimes it comes through your dreams. So keep a dream journal nearby for you. So that is your challenge for today, is to pick one thing you're going to do from what I shared to elevate your evening routine. Again, if you haven't yet registered, go to elisearcher.com/challenge. If you're listening to this in real time, we still got another month to go. So this is a 2-month challenge. We're finishing up the year strong here. So get in. It doesn't matter when you start, just get in, get yourself the support. You'll get a workbook. So for today, go ahead and journal in the daily prompt section. What are you going to do to elevate your evening routine and to be entered to win our prize drawings? Take the graphic for this week's challenge, check off that you did today, and then tag me. I'm at Elise Archer, and use the hashtag #SheSellsChallenge so that my team and I see that you participated and you'll be entered to win in our prize drawings. I hope this serves you. Remember how important it is for you to take care of yourself and elevate that evening routine, and it really will contribute and pay off in big ways towards the achievement of your goals throughout the day. So lots of love. Thank you, as always, for listening to the podcast, and I will see you on our next